now listening to Daily Doses by the Woolfords.
Mr. Working Man and stuff. I think with burnout, I know sometimes when it gets to the point where it's like, I don't actually have anything more to give, then it's like, what more do you want from me kind of thing? And sometimes it gets to a point where, like, I don't know, sometimes it might get a bit snappy or you get irritated or just stuff like that, or like it affects your mood, or the thing that you once enjoyed doing, you don't actually enjoy doing anymore. And I think that's probably when it's like, you should probably take a step back and like not do this thing anymore, or for a bit until you can like be in a better place. Because sometimes it's like the more you do, the worse it gets, and then all of a sudden, like the thing that you actually like doing, you hate. And I feel like I've seen like situations with people where like, because they've done so much, it's like they now hate and despise that thing that they actually once used to enjoy. And I guess sometimes like Christmas time, and like we've been saying, at the end of the year, you kind of like have time to reflect, and it's a bit of a break. Like, I have quite a few friends who work in advertising who, it's mad, it seems like a lot of them are taking like trips or like on holiday like for a couple of weeks and stuff, and I'm like, why is like 3 different friends, like from next week I'm gonna be off, and I'm like, what do you mean? I thought you have a 9 to 5. I thought you got to be here.
Not anymore.
No, said,
are they taking breaks because they're stressed, or?
I think it might be a bit of both. Like, 1, because they might have to use up all their holidays, but 2, because they're actually like, we've worked hard and we just kind of want to like let it go and stuff. But I guess I'll ask both of you, like, have you guys had moments where you have been burnt out to that extreme, where you've been like, I don't want to do this thing anymore, I hate it, it's disgusting, makes me sick?
100%.
Go on, Ben. Talk about it.
My thing, literally, you know the ones where it's traumatic because you can remember the date, like the day, the year, and like the.
I didn't mean to laugh. Sorry.
Sorry for the laugh.
That's funny though. You know what it is, So I remember it was 2019. It was 2019, maybe like July, June, maybe. Fam, I was finished. Like, mentally, like, my brain was just gone. Like, I think it's because I don't know when to stop sometimes. And I think that's a very key discipline for creatives. Sometimes you need to know when to stop. I was just, you know, when you like, you just, I'll do that, sure. You want that art. And the thing is, what you're producing is cold. It is cold. But then you get to a point where you're like, I can't do this no more.
I got nothing left.
And like, I got nothing left. And like, I went through a rut for time, and I went to this this retreat in LA. And honestly, that retreat, it was like a sort of like a Christian creatives kind of retreat as well. So like that included like meeting up with different entrepreneurs, doing Bible studies in the morning, like prayer at like certain times in the day and stuff. And it was by a company called There Is Something More. And it was one of the, like, it literally changed my life in the sense of the routines that it put me in, like actually taking a step back and actually waking. That's maybe why I woke up early this morning anyway, but like taking a step back and actually praying in the morning or whatever. For some people, not meditations, or other people might just go going on a walk or whatever. But like, for me, just capturing my day again and capturing myself again was like so important. And instead of me having to like keep on going boom, 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 I just slowed down, took a step back, went out for food, chilled in the pool. Obviously, you can't do that in the UK because you ain't got them kind of conditions, but like, there's things we can do to just cool off. Do you know what I mean? It was like, since that trip, I've not been burnt out completely. I get burnt out, but not to that extent. And now I know what to do when I get burnt. When I get burnt, I just stop because there's just no point. There's no point. That was my experience. Like, and literally since then, I've not really been in like a deep burnout.
Oh boy. I mean, the
You?
the burnout thing is, oh god. You see the you see the burnout here is one of those situations where when I was doing my undergrad, I remember one of the tutors was like, expect expect it as a graphic designer. You're going to be like overworked and underpaid most of the
Yeah.
time, in the sense that like they're gonna use you. Like I think I remember we had this conversation on the pod. Yeah, word. We had this conversation on the pod where we were talking about how like graphic designers are like tools,
Mm.
and like that's
Mm-hmm.
literally every single time like I start to feel overworked, I always go back to that point and I'm like, yeah, like it reminds you of how much you could be used by people, and you can't even complain because in your head you're like, I put myself in this situation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you want to complain, you want to tell, you want to scream like, why are you doing this to me? Ah! But you can't. It's because it's like you put yourself in that situation. You know, they sent you an email. You said yes. They said they're gonna pay you 40K a year. You said
Mm.
yes. So I think for me, when it comes to the burnout thing, I always kind of like I always ask myself, is it worth is it worth a sleepless night? Is it worth all these kind of like, and that's when I like that's when I start to say no. But even for that, it took me a long time to start to like stop looking at myself as just, oh, I need to work because that's how it is. Like but I'll be honest, it is a luxury to say no. I know a lot of
Oh yeah,
designers,
100%,
you know,
100%.
Yeah.
and creatives in general. Like it's very difficult to say no, especially when you're getting paid for that particular job. Like imagine you're getting paid 9 to 5, and someone comes to you, hey, could you do this? You're like, no thanks. Eh? Like it doesn't work like that, you know. So I know it's a luxury speaking as a freelancer, but I also understand that like there is a level of like human rights that has to be adhered to. Like if you're getting overworked, you need to say, I'm tired, I need a break, I need a mental day,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Whatever it is, in those kind of situations where you can, I think you should ask. But where you can't, and you feel like it's a completely toxic environment where you don't have a choice, then I'd say if you can leave. It is, again, it's not an easy decision to make, but I know a lot of people who they felt like so burnt out that they had to leave. I've left so many like situations because of how like I was like, this is becoming a situation where I
Mm.
can't see any benefit to me staying, and I've had to kind of like remove myself from the situation. But like again,
Yeah.
it's never an easy thing. I don't think it's meant to be easy, but
Yeah.
also I don't think a lot of designers or creatives in general, they don't. I don't think anyone expects it to happen, or to happen to like it catches you so off guard, that
Yep.
creative burnout. Like you be there sitting down watching a show, and then it will just hit you, boom, and you're like, ah, aspirin, aspirin, aspirin. I need aspirin. I need aspirin. You're just there like, oh god, where did that come from? And you just start to feel so like
How do you
empty
feel when you
and
feel
depressed,
burnout?
empty and depressed.
Because I feel like I can't design anymore. You know what it feels like,
Mm.
you know, Black Panther, when the strength of the Black Panther just disappears from some of them.
Nah, that's
It
Ah,
feels
crazy.
like my thing is it feels like it's just evaporated. It's like I can't do it
yeah,
anymore.
Away.
yeah.
There's
You've
no
had
power
it
in me.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it does feel like that. And even when you do design, I feel like you start to like become much more self-critical and like a bit
Yeah,
mean to yourself. I think that's what I
Mm.
yeah.
realized when I start to feel burnout. That's why I start to insult myself and start saying things like negative, like
Ooh.
you're not even that good or this that.
Ooh.
When those kind
Damn.
of thoughts start popping in my head, I'm like, I
Repeat that
stay
thought, man.
like
Oh, you guys are
exactly.
better
So
than
when
me.
anytime like I hey
So,
go
wow, this
Michael,
lag,
how do you feel?
that lag was crazy. The lags are actually mad. Now, I was gonna say I get very apathetic. Like, I don't care about anything. I don't care about I don't care about anyone. If you like, this project can crumble and fall
Mm,
to the ground. And when I get there, I'm like, yeah, everything. Let's start cutting it off. Let's start removing things because this is a service based job. Like, I'm here to serve people, and I'm now here saying that I don't care. Deep down, I care, but I'm just at the point where I'm just like, I don't even care about my own self. We can all die on the line together. But that's very low. And that's very bad. And I should talk to my therapist about that.
Suicidal designers.
No,
That's
but
a
to be
dangerous
honest, I
place to
feel
be.
like some clients bring on the burnout as well. I had somebody shout me the other day. I think you guys probably interacted with the person, yeah. So anyway, let me see how I can disclose this one. So somebody's got a personal project in it, and they need some design work for it, and they'll say they wasn't asking for free work, but you know it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, then now and my process is V1, V2, V3, even if it's even the V3 final, even V1, V2 final. This client is saying, can I see a mock-up of how it will look like before I sign the contract or before I make any deposit payment? I beg your pardon?
I beg your pardon.
Do I look like a mook? Like, no. And it was audacity to keep on, since she gaslighting me. Fam, I had to block my man immediately. And those are the people that will give you burnout, bruv.
Yeah, well, that is
You know
true.
what I mean?
That is very true.
I know dodgy clients now. Sometimes I don't even interact with you because I know you're gonna give me problems.
Yeah. Well,
Don't give me stress, please. I'm not that person for that, man.
Nah, that's true.
Please.
This is what I'm saying. Like when you're starting to feel that burnout, there's some clients you don't even. There's some clients
Don't
usually
bother.
you might even take on, but when you start to feel it, you're like, yeah.
Nah,
Like me, I have my
you know the stress you are
criteria.
anymore.
There's some people like, if I know, it's like I ask you where you from. What do you need this for? If I start to see those things, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, if this certain things pop up, yeah.
I'm like, red flag. Peace out.
I want to say some stuff, but I'll have to get muted. But yeah, anyway. Till the next time. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag Rule of Thirds Pod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike.
And Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.